Can the ladies pull it off? Real question. Ask them from a real fan. So keeping an eye over here. Let's see. 55-55. So game is tied up. See if our special guest can come in, man. Some good times. Hopefully we get y'all excited. See some things get a little boosted around FAMU. Because y'all already know what's up. It's about to be Fangs up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it? Yes, he does!
And that might be the knockout punch.
All right. There we go. Sorry about that. So we're trying to make sure stuff is like got a certain level of quality to it. And then, you forget to plug stuff in. So, we're good though. We're good now. We're connected right there. So, but yeah. 59, 55. So the Lady Rattlers have made a comeback. Watch your step. Somehow my beautiful wife has walked in, and hopefully she doesn't step on the cord because I was in a hurry. So, whoops. Kind of my bad on that one. So, we'll fix that though. But today, if y'all didn't notice, we didn't do the Rattler Booster call this past week. Just didn't work out schedule wise, and kind of meeting wise, wasn't something that really as juicy as we would have hoped it was going to be. When I mean juicy, I ain't talking about the other stuff. I was hoping we would get 80 Suggs on there and let them kind of be the first ones to kind of break that news about the new basketball coach, but didn't quite get it, man. So 61-57. If you're trying to check on the Lady Rattlers, they are winning. So what we did though, I listened in. So I was still on the call. I wasn't that person that was like, if I'm not running it, I'm not watching it. Nah. I was there, participant in everything. So good call, but it was really a business meeting. So you didn't miss much. But we are definitely, if our special guests come on, cool. If not, I know how to kind of fill in the void. But Rattler Boosters are the official athletic DSO. Like, I don't know any other way to say it. So what they do is they really hold it down for the athletic program. So, it's really what they do. So it was kind of reach out there, see how we're going there, and trying to also keep an eye on this ladies basketball program. Like, I ain't gonna lie. It's been a week. It's been a couple months, man. So, but to make sure we let y'all know, hey, they do give. Rattler Boosters normally help fund the Muscle Milk program and other things. So we're gonna see, man. Hopefully they keep up the good work. Also, St. Clair Moraine, look, go catch out round 1, hosted by St. Clair Moraine, Friday, 6 p.m. on Hallelujah. So go check out the app. Good conversation, man. We had Ricky Bell, new head coach at Leon High School, on there. And of course, we talked a little bit about, what's going on with the FAMU basketball thing there. What's up, little baby? I see you hanging out there, man. Look, if y'all didn't see, FAMU track's been knocking some stuff down. And FAMU softball got a nice little weekend series playing North Carolina A&T, Coppin State, Howard, North Carolina Central, and Maryland Eastern Shore. So, ooh, a piece of dust caught me right where it hurt. But honestly, out of all these, Maryland
I'm
Eastern
not
Shore.
quite sure how to help you with that.
Dang. I didn't even call her on that one. Y'all can tell I have an Alexa, and I will have to turn her off. I don't know why she picked up on that. But Maryland Eastern Shore, probably that one team that I always kind of, we never saw them. So them and Coppin State were always like good times for me. Like, all right, we don't see y'all every day. So I'm cool with that. 63-59, 5 minutes left. Lady Rattlers up 4. Just saying. FAMU baseball, also weekend series against University of Tennessee Martin at Moore Kittles Fields. I'm just gonna say it like this. We gotta find a way to get more out of that facility, especially when you have schools from up north that would gladly come down to Tallahassee to play just to get out of the cold. Like, that's a thing that should happen. We'll see. I have some faith in AD Suggs. Shout out to Scotty off script because I did get to catch a little bit about that contract because of them. So I was working and whatnot. But before we get there, though, don't forget next week down Vero Beach, Dodgertown, Andre Dawson Classic, man. So FAMU is the closing act every night. So they know what's up. And if you look, 63-61, game's tight. The Lady Rattlers are still up. But on Saturday, they have homecoming doubleheader. The National Alumni Association, Florida Region's also doing something. Let me make sure I kind of get that pulled up. Don't know if I quite got the okay for it. But I'll ask for permission before or ask for forgiveness. I normally am like, hey, do you mind? Do you care? In this case, I'm not asking permission. I'm just going to go ahead and doggone do it. So the Florida region is going to be doing a tailgate at that event. So if you are so inclined and you want to go hang out with the FAMU League, hey, you know what to be, you know what to do. So go check out the Rattler Boosters, the National Alumni Association, and all the organizations that are going to be there for that event. I'm trying to get it right because I did forget. So let me update that, add that. It ain't great podcasting, but it does get the message out there. So y'all can't say nobody told us. Nobody tried to inform you. So, no, it was definitely there, even if I did it at the last second. So, but the Florida region is definitely doing something. Good times though, man. Like, if you have not gone to one of the Florida region, gosh, I don't even really know what you want to call it right now. Tailgates, they're a pretty good time. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I went to one for one of the home games, and it was solid, man. We need a few more Rattlers out there, though. And Little Baby said the ladies have struggled with shot selection and turnovers all night. So definitely not what you want to hear, not what you want to see. So we definitely got to get that going. And sorry, I'm trying to fix it, and it want to move slow. There you go. It's doing that because we in front of company. That's it. Well, you know how old folks say. Y'all family, so y'all get it. All right, let me close that LinkedIn down or Canva, sorry. There we go. So Rattler Roundup basketball edition. If you want to go, it's $10 for a ticket. So $10 for a ticket. They have food. Like the food is, I ain't gonna lie, the food's decent. Like I ain't gonna sit up there and tell you I made it. Like it ain't no ribs and chicken I made, but it's solid. For $10, you gonna get treated well. It's gonna be at the Faculty Clubhouse, and it's hosted joint event by the Leon County chapter of FAMU's National Alumni Association and the Florida region of the National Alumni Association. So these they're not two groups, it's really just one. So coming together to make some big things happen. So make sure we get that going. Also, I don't even know if they still do the season tickets. I mean, at this point, you might as well just, it's probably better just to get the single games. Unless you're trying to sit in that VIP section. I think, I heard somewhere it's like $50 for courtside tickets per game. That ain't bad. Not bad at all. So, but again, this weekend, y'all saw the JSU thing. And man, the talk of the town, Coach Crarey finally got his contract. And it looks like, I ain't saying he's taking a victory lap, but you kind of see what it is, man. Like, I'm cool with it. And I like that in this moment, a lot of us chose the high road. Like, I'm very happy, very content with what I saw there. Pretty cool to finally see it come together. Like, you definitely wanted to see that contract play out like that. And I like how it was drawn out. And I also liked the potential for having a contract that, if he leaves early, the other school has to buy you out. You've been watching Fangs up for a minute. You'll probably remember I stated any coach, especially in a revenue producing sport, needs a buyout. Like, I don't care if all of a sudden softball becomes a revenue producing sport. All your big sports, baseball, softball, basketball, football, should all have some type of buyout associated with it. And it's not so much to protect the school as it is really, because it's not really a diversion for a big enough program. Like if you're a big school, like I'll look across the street and say Florida State, but if you're a UF, so we're not talking about Florida State on here. If you're a UF, now we'll mention them in a minute. $30,000 is not a deterrent. But if you're talking about some of the other schools in the SWAC, and 30, 40 racks, that's the difference between you bringing somebody in and just saying, I might go somewhere else. Like, I honestly, my personal preference, I feel like every major coach, and major is not quite the right word to say, but every coach should have some type of buyout associated with them leaving early for greener pastures. And it's not so much, again, you're not trying to penalize the coach. You're trying to keep them getting poached. Like, that's my perspective. I just personally feel that if you're going to have a program that is going to be competitive, you can't have what happened in softball happen again. You can't have a coach leave, a coach that's winning championships leave. And then when she leaves, you get nothing for it. Like, it can't be that. That's just me and my 2 cents. But you literally, now granted, I think you got a good one coming in behind her. But you can't have a coach leave your school pretty much winning championships and go to a competing school and offering the same opportunity. If you're watching, the ladies are down now, 69-67 to Alcorn. Sorry. But I think that's something you should have in every contract. It should start at 50. I'm just saying, I think every coach, baseball, softball, basketball, football, head coach, $50,000 buyout. Like that's the start. That's the start. Because I don't know if you're gonna pay them if you fire them. Like either way, they're getting cut a check. So it should be something where the university wins here somewhere, right? And I think with Crarey, I think you won. Like I think he got something back, especially seeing that this contract is a bit incentive laden. I think it's a good thing. And I think I'll go on a limb. Crarey's probably the youngest coach FAMU's had head basketball coach since Mickey Clayton. I'm throwing that out there. If I'm wrong, correct me. It might be somebody way back in the day in the yonder, but in my lifetime, I'll leave it at that. He's the youngest men's coach. I don't know how old Claudette Farmer was, but our special guest is in. Let's see, Nod, if you're ready, sir. He is ready. He is ready. How's it going, Mr. Cobb?
Well, excuse me for being late, but I just came out of a 100 Black Men meeting, so I try to cover all hats, But
No worries,
we're good to go.
Awesome. Look, y'all, surprise announcement, though. I told y'all we had special guests. If I had Hail to the Chief ready, the president of Rattler Boosters, Mr. Selvin Cobb, is here with us today. And part of the reason I brought him on, like I told you, we didn't do the booster call this week. So I wanted to bring the leader of the boosters to y'all. We're trying to get everybody to come join the ranks and help out the good people. And, but also kind of ask Mr. Cobb those questions he don't always get asked. Like, first question, why did you choose FAMU? As a student, what made you choose FAMU?
Believe it or not, out of all the colleges that I sent emails and everything to, FAMU was the last one to send, was the first one to send me an invitation to come to join. So I came to FAMU first because they were the first to offer me. Well, I wasn't on any scholarship or anything, but they were the first one to say that I was ready for admission. So that's the reason why I came to FAMU.
Okay. What was your major at FAMU?
I was back during that time. We just had a general business course. So my major was business administration.
Okay. Look, I told you we asked Mr. Cobb a little different questions that, normally, So, and in that, and as y'all know, Mr. Cobb is leader of the Rattler Boosters, but prior to that, had some affiliations with athletics. Could you school some of those unlearned people about some of the things that you did in athletics? Because, look, you got a little bit of history. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Oh, man, come on. No. You got me mixed up with somebody else. my biggest support, I was always a supporter. I supported baseball. I supported football, basketball. I've supported everything that was FAMU. We didn't have a bowling team, but I probably would have been on the bowling team as well. But I supported everything that FAMU had. So I was a supporter.
Man, and I tell you, look, I'll be honest with y'all, Mr. Cobb was one of my favorite FAMU Rattler people because I didn't know him from Adam. I had called him one day and that's all I was saying, like, hey, and he was like, hey, how you doing? Awesome. And so now, of course, I got his number. I get to bother him every once in a while. But FAMU's done some pretty awesome things under the Cobb administration. He's very humble. He's not going to brag upon himself. But in doing that and in this season, make sure we give people their flowers because we appreciate Mr. Cobb. But would you be able to, what's kind of the thing that you're most proud of Rattler Boosters doing? Not you doing, while you've been president.
Well, one of the things that I like what we do, and we're going to start it off this year. And our biggest fundraiser is the kickoff luncheon. At that kickoff luncheon, we what we do is we bring in our volleyball team, who is also SWAC uh, championship last year, and we bring in the football team, because those are the two leading sports for the fall. And we bring them in, and we just have we sit down, we eat dinner, we after the gala, we call it a kickoff gala. After the gala is over, we have signings where we sign in for the get the autographs and those kinds of things. We haven't set a price for this year, but I can tell you that it's going to be a fantastic event, and I guarantee you'll have a great time, because this is one of the times when you get a chance to walk and talk to each and every one of our student athletes there on the volleyball, football, and we also bring in cheerleaders as well. So we have cheerleaders, volleyball, football. We have all of those people there, and you can get a time. You can sit there, talk with everybody that's there, and have a great time with regular Rattlers.
So look, income tax time is coming. Set you aside, $100 and some dollars. Just get ready for that. It's coming.
Yes.
It's a fun event. I will be honest. This is my second stint as a Rattler booster. And
Okay.
so I haven't been recently, but I have been to this event. I think last time when it was in the Civic Center. So I think it was my mom.
That's a long
So it's
time
been a
ago.
while.
It's been a while.
But
yeah, we
it's a fun event.
We moved this on campus, so we have it on campus.
Yes.
It's always in the Lawson Center. That's the biggest event that we got there on campus outside of the stadium. We hadn't thought about going to the stadium yet, although we did have an idea of going to the stadium one time. We had thought about it, doing it at night. I don't know. Something we might look at for this year. We Miss Vernay Randolph is the chairperson for this event, and we haven't really sit down and because again, it's not until August, and it's normally, I would venture to say, anywhere after the 10th of August up until maybe the 22nd of August, maybe the 21st of August, because it's always before the first football game. We know now that the first football game is the 30th. So it'll be sometime, say, after the 10th, before that, maybe the 21st. A lot of times we don't want to interfere with that week before the game, because we want our full attention up into that football game. So we don't like to interfere with that week.
And I tell you, I like Mr. Cobb. One, he's one of the salt of the earth people. And so one of the things he won't tell you all the time is, and I put it up here all the time, Rattler Boosters annually gives over $100,000 to the university athletic program in kind and in funds sometimes, and actually in work and other things for the low price of $3.99. He is not a paid person. He should be, but he's not. So if you want to scan that QR code to join, you can. But and you see this muscle milk up here. I know it, but would you be able to tell the people just some of the things Rattler Boosters do? Sometimes you got to step out and show people, is what Kendra Lamar says.
Okay, one of the things that we do is we sponsor Muscle Milk, and Muscle Milk is something that we buy from Pepsi. Pepsi makes Muscle Milk, and they're the vendor there on campus, so we buy from them, and we fund. Not only do we fund just football players, but we fund all athletes that come into the weight and training room down there at the field house. So we fund all of those athletes that come down there. We fund those for Muscle Milk. And now last year during the season, what we would do is for every point that they scored, we would donate $1 for every point that they scored last year. So we that was a nice campaign. We did a great job there. We did have one group, the Alpha Z Gives. They donated $6,500 for our muscle milk campaign. We certainly appreciate that. Matter of fact, we're using some of that now. So we get we're not afraid to go to anybody and ask them for money. We just don't get enough of it. and let me say this: it's not only me, but there are several other people that works for the organization. Not only do I not get paid, but nobody in the organization gets paid. We do this for the love of our university. And you know, I know we talked about muscle milk, but one of the things that we do as well is we are the only Black school, HBCU school, that has what we call it. I guess you would call it a cooling station. We have a cooling station that we're brought in now for the last 6 years. Well, no, not quite, maybe 5 years that we bought this cooling station in. And during summer, when when it's really hot outside, kids practice in the morning, and then they practice later on, sometimes in the evening, working out. We have the cooling station there, and they're able to go in to sit down. It's below 32 degrees in there, and the kids can go in, relax, get the muscles all loosen up, tighten up, or whatever that you call it. I was in there for maybe a minute when he first got here. I was in there for a minute and I had to come out. So, but that's one of those things that we do. And now we do that along with the 220 quarterback club. We put 7,500 and the 220 quarterback club put 7,500. It costs $15,000 to rent that. And we normally have it there for usually about 4 weeks there during preseason. And we do that each year. Without not only that, but during the basketball season, and not only during basketball season, but also during football season when we were funding the additional monies for coaches' salaries. We funded coaches' salaries. We funded our current basketball coach. We funded them when they needed additional money. So anytime that we're there, we make sure that we're able to, pitch in whatever that the AD requests, and we're there. We're going to try to help them do that task.
So, and again, I would be shamed. I was trying to find where I put my tag, so I got my last couple of them, but I'm a booster. I had to look back on. I was like, man, this is my second consecutive year, but I've been a Rattler Booster for darn near 10 years. It's crazy. I was in college. I was a booster. I wasn't a student booster, but so it's near and dear to my heart. And one of the things we try to let folks know, one, our university is viable, and we have a viable DSO program. And not gonna hold Mr. Cobb for too much longer so he can get back. Because he's a tired man. He got to get home. But could you tell people, maybe why they should join Rattler Boosters and how they can join the Rattler Boosters?
Okay. First of all, it's strictly a volunteer organization. That's all the workers. Nobody gets paid for anything. We all do this for the love of the university. Now, to join the organization for $50, 50, you can become a student member. If you got a student up on campus and you want them to join the boosters, they can join for $50. They will get a license plate and we'll get a tag and they give it a membership card and you become a booster. For $100, you get a license plate and a tag. That's for $100. Then we have what we call a mid-level booster, a Venom booster, and that's for $300. There you get a tag, you get a membership card, and you get a polo shirt. Each year, we started out by just doing it for the fun of it, and we began to sell so many of them until we decided that we'd do a polo shirt each year. Haven't We've done started out with an orange, we did a white one, we did a green one. Now I'm not sure what the color is going to be this year. So we maybe it'll be orange and green together, stripe it, something like that. We haven't figured out yet what you're going to get. And for $750, you become a lifetime member. And we say that for $750, you don't have to pay any monies back to Rattler Boosters for the rest of your life. Well, that's true in a sense. You would be financial, but we're not going to ever tell you that you're paid up in full with Rattler Sports, because we always need money. So we're going to ask you to pay the $750, but at the same time, we're still going to hit you up for some additional money as well. But it'll be strictly voluntary for sure. And one other thing, while we're talking about this, you don't necessarily have to be in Tallahassee to become members of the Rattler Boosters. Rattler Boosters, we cover everybody that ever went to FAMU, ever supported FAMU. We cover everybody. So we're in the process, and you'll be getting it out. I'm going to announce it here tonight. You guys are the first one to hear. We're getting ready to have a new board of directors, and we will be getting additional new board of directors. And put your bio sketch together and get ready. And if you want to be a board of directors, you can become a board of directors, and you can get more involved, just like I'm involved. You become just as popular as I am, I guess you would say.
Appreciate that. Look, I wasn't gonna say nothing. See, I was gonna keep that quiet. But I do I appreciate Mr. Cobb coming on. And I also appreciate him. Look, I'll be honest. I like to ask for permission before I do stuff. I'm not normally I was like, do you mind if I like broadcast the booster meetings? And he was like, okay. So and it lets me do some stuff on the social media side as well when I can, him and Mr. Wilman Human. But just want to, let formally say thank you. Again, I'm big on, giving folks their flowers, but let them know that you appreciate them, because like we didn't do the booster call this week just because it's but it was a business meeting. So I think that was a good meeting to keep offline, but for the next one, hopefully we'll be able to, make sure we get everybody in, get AD Suggs in. She was kind of working, so.
well, she was busy. She was busy this week. I didn't realize it, but I didn't realize that the commissioner was in town. The commissioner presented at the board meeting on yesterday. So I'm sure that she was busy, and I haven't heard from her, but I know I will hear from her before the game soon. But she was very busy, and I guess she may have known that we did get our new basketball coach. He got an extension for 2 years. So don't know if you covered that or not, but we do have him for 2 more years. He's won 7 out of the last 8 games. He's doing extremely well. We had a great time at the yesterday. If for those people that don't get a chance to watch I'm going to do my other job. My other is Eddie Jackson 220 Quarterback Club. We work in hand and with them as well, and that at every Wednesday at 12 o'clock. They're about 12, anywhere from 12 to 12:15. We're starting every Wednesday. We meet and we discuss everything that's happening at FAMU. And if you want to catch up with all the activities that's going on at FAMU, well, that's the time that you want to make sure that you listen to the show. And you don't have to be there at 12 o'clock. You can always go back and tape it, or you can go back on YouTube and watch it. So it'll be there. We're more excited to share the news about all the good things that's happening at FAMU. And one other thing I'd like to say, we have some of the finest coaches in America on the highest of 7 hills there in Tallahassee. I don't think that we get a chance to let our coaches know how well we appreciate them. We have some of the finest athletes in the world, but we also got some fine coaches there as well.
I agree. And when I get to run into them, I do remind them, like, Coach, I appreciate it. Thank you. And even post game, I'll be honest with y'all. Most times, especially football, Cozy stops and speaks to us for a little bit and says, hey, appreciate you guys, thank you. And Crarey's approachable. All the coaches, Coach Pressure, she stayed in Orlando probably an hour after the game. But yes, look, Mr. Cobb, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you, because otherwise, look, HBCU Digital will be calling you saying that they need to give you a show.
Okay. Yeah, I still got to drive home tonight.
Okay, I will let you go so you can do that.
Okay. All right. Well,
thank you, Mr. Cobb.
Let me thank you for what you do for FAMU. It's people like you that keeps the fire burning for our Rattlers. And I just want to thank you for everything that you do.
Yes, sir. Look, we do it because we love Mother FAMU.
Okay. All righty. Okay.
All righty.
Good night, everybody. Good night.
Oh, man. Look, y'all, Mr. Cobb, awesome. So I told y'all, Solid Earth. You good people, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So, and I love that he reminded y'all, because I had just stated, look, Coach Crarey is super cool, and I'm excited about that. I think, one, that was a great hire, but two, the ability to maintain him was huge, and then being able to overcome some of the tomfoolery was also a big thing. So I think that was huge, and one of the reasons I brought on Mr. Cobb, but I wanted him on, not just because of his leadership with the Rattler Boosters, and we are definitely trying to grow the membership, but it's also so y'all can hear it from somebody else that, hey, Rattler Boosters is actually doing some things viable, but then kind of here's some other stuff that goes on with Rattler Boosters, man. So it's a good time. You also, I told you, Mr. Cobb is really humble. Rattler Boosters, a lot of times, is where you hear stuff first. There's been many a time when I've come out of a booster meeting and I'm like, all right, can I say that on Fangs Up? Can I not say that on Fangs Up? Especially during the Sykes era. There was a lot of times I would just come out of meetings and be like, I ain't gonna say nothing. Because the boosters ask those questions. They are some of the folks that you see in the 220 meetings, but they passionate about FAMU. And I think that's something we need, though. In this day and time, you got a lot of places you can spend your money. Like, a lot of us gonna ask you for a little coin, gonna ask you for some donations. But not many places gonna ask you for something and then put everything back in the kitty to support the organization. So, and that's the official DSO for the university. So, if y'all didn't see, because I'm pretty sure Fang Exchange is going, look, they're doing 2 today. Y'all good, Ashley. I wish. But FAMU offered a kicker, and he's got a name. If you didn't see, last name's Panero, actually. So he, I hate to say that like this or say it like this. His brother was a kicker at UF, Eddie Pinero. So he's not an NFL kicker. So you offer the kicker with a little bit of lineage, 2025 prospect. So it's gonna be interesting because it's between FAMU, Sacramento State, a couple other schools. I'll put it up there so y'all can see. Um, get that ready for Saturday. I mean Sunday after basketball homecoming. But FAMU's still out there on the recruiting trails, still seeing them put some flyers out there saying they're looking for some more venom. I do ask the question though: what are we offering? Like PWOs? Or are we offering scholarships? Like that to me is the difference. That's a question in which that's for the coaches and stuff like that. So, but look, make sure we remind y'all if you are in the city, beautiful. Next Friday, come hang with the good news. Might see somebody there. After party. It's gonna be fun at the Debonair there. Tickets are still on sale. Get them before they sell out. Also, Greater Orlando National Alumni Association. As Selvin mentioned, Mr. Cobb mentioned, you don't have to be in Orlando or Tallahassee to be a booster. You can be a booster from anywhere. And National Alumni Association, similar. I am an Orlando Rattler. I'm also a National Alumni Association member. So, and booster member. So we could take people from all places, and you can always come and do some work. And then don't forget the national NAA convention is going to be in Frisco, Texas. Scan that QR code if you are interested in going. They got some good deals out there. And I don't know if y'all saw it yet. They got the tickets available for the OBC. So if you are doing the Orange Blossom Classic, then and I'm gonna remove them this way. But if you are doing the Orange Blossom Classic, the hotels are open. I saw them online. I think the cheapest price I saw was like $149, which if you've done the OBC before, that's not really a bad price. I think it said like Aventura or something like that. But they had 3 hotels, one of them like a resort. And so y'all already know the closer you get to that OBC date, the closer you get to that Miami Notre Dame date, the higher the price is gonna go. So, just word to the wise. If you're going, start thinking about booking those hotels. OBC ain't paid me to say that. Like, I'm just saying, little baby, I'm trying to put people on game. Don't say Keith didn't tell you. Be better than me. Like, be better than me. Mike Road Dog says the boosters will need to come up with some sexy initiatives. Okay. That will set it apart from the 220 Club, F Club, and other affinity groups. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I said, like, I didn't realize how long I'd been a booster. I became a booster when I was in college because I wanted a parking spot. And because my parents were boosters. So my parents are always boosters. And when I started going to the games by myself, I didn't want to ride with my parents because sometimes I want to hang with my friends. And so sometimes I would still ride with them. And my friends would just tailgate in the parking spot and be like, hey, just give me a tag back tomorrow. I ain't gonna lie, as a student, the biggest reason for being a booster was the parking space. And then also on Fridays, I don't want to move my car. I was like, I was petty. Like, I knew what time to kind of get there. I would purposely park my car in my booster parking spot and put my tag in there and just go to class. Like, one time I parked at the booster office and went to class and knocked on the door like, Mickey, don't tell me, bro. Ain't nowhere to park. And Mickey Clay looked out for me. Like, so, yeah. I hope and pray is yes, safe travels for everyone. But Mike, I like your ideas, man. Like I told y'all, I really want boosters to succeed. I want all of our affinity groups to succeed, but especially the one that's earmarked as the official DSO. I want them to succeed and continue to do more. Um, I welcome Mike's ideas. Like I definitely want to know what else we can do. I definitely suggest it, and I liked how Selvin even mentioned, like, hey, we thought about doing something at the stadium. I like it, like a movie night at Bragg. I think that'd be pretty cool. I don't know how that might work out. They do something similar here in Orlando though. Like Orlando, they have this event at the Citrus Bowl where all different colleges and universities come and they tailgate on the football field, which is genius. Because if you ever been around the Citrus Bowl when it gets dark, nah, bro, ain't gonna happen, Captain. Inside the stadium, yeah, okay, I might do that. I think that's not a bad idea. Like, have something where I don't know if you want to do like something where they camp out, but I think it'd be kind of cool. Like maybe include the students in that too, because then you get the alumni and the boosters, and the students kind of together. I think that might be kind of a smooth move. Like, have a movie night at Bragg, something like that. Something at the Challenger Center because that's FAMU property anyway. Only thing the parking is kind of like, that could be a challenge. But I think that'd be pretty cool. Like movie night at Bragg, have a little place where people can, set up tents and stuff. I don't know. I haven't thought that well out too far, but I like the idea. Something. Again, I really would love for the boosters to be able to have something almost like the North End Zone Club, like that. That honestly, that would be my dream. As far as have something that's like with your booster membership, you have a booster tailgate. Like I've said that idea before, so I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but I think Mike's right. We gotta find a way to set ourselves apart because part of it for me, I love FAMU and I like what the boosters do with the money. I like that when I give them my money, I know where it's going, and I trust the leadership. Make sure the money goes where it goes. um, so, and I think going forward, especially, and I ain't gonna lie, that's why I brought Selvin on. I want him to talk about this, talk about what they do, because I was like a lot of y'all for a while. I was like, man, I ain't heard the boosters really say they doing this, and then I was like, hey, come to the meeting. I'm sitting up here like, wait, you doing all this? Like coaches' contracts, helping pay this, helping pay that, like helping with the nutrition program. Like, man, 220 boosters, man, they for the size of the people they have, they're doing a lot. I'll say that. And so, I'm excited to see that. Let's see. It would have been nice to have had something this basketball homecoming weekend. Hopefully, the boosters can put something together for the spring game weekend. I like that, Mike. So now I will say, mentioning that, just might put it out there. The Florida region is doing something. So, you don't want too many of the groups competing for dollars. But I do like, and as a matter of fact, I love Mike's idea for doing something at the spring game. Because honestly, nobody's doing anything. That is a genius idea, Mike. Like spring game, have a tailgate. If you notice, the North End Zone is never popping during the spring game. Nobody's there. What if the boosters took over the North End Zone and had a tailgate in the North End Zone? It ain't even got to be as bougie as the one they have up there either. It could just be someone under some tents, someplace cool to sit. Like, I firmly believe that having a cool place to sit and watch the game, like, I don't know if y'all been in the stadium recently. They have a really big behind TV right by the elevator. It would be nice. Like, I'm just saying, Gerald, thank you. Like, the spring game is like it's kind of boring. Like something, and it's hot. Like it's gonna be 4 o'clock. I'm just saying that might be a nice little time to boost your membership, engage the fan base. I'm just saying it is a snooze fest. Like I've yet to go to a really good spring game in any school, but yeah, FAMU is better than USF. I mean UCF. UCF is trash. Like I've been to their spring game. Man, that thing's horrible. And it's like 11 degrees. I've done the orange and blue game. That was okay. I've done garnet and gold game. It's kind of mid too. Orange and green game is probably a little bit better because you got the band. But if you didn't have the band, so but I like Mike's idea. And I think that's a way that you can not only generate fan interest, but if it's something that I don't want to say pans out, but I guess pans out. That's something maybe you could do during the season too, like because the athletic director is over the boosters as well. You saying we can't parlay that into something? I'm just saying, sound like they're about to get Earl's Hill back. You're not gonna get parking back. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's not gonna happen. But I'll say this. What if, especially for Rattler Boosters, if you did want to do something with parking, honestly, more kiddos, have a little parking something over there, tailgating something over there. I don't know. Probably too far away. But if you had a shuttle something to shuttle people back and forth, I think that makes it where it's not so bad. But it's got to be something sexier, as Mike said, because the tag is nice. Don't get me wrong. I wish I had it handy. I didn't have it ready. So that's on me. But a little something extra because the tags are nice. The polos are sweet. I do have a booster polo. Actually, you can't see it, but I'll get the show prop down. Look, this is a booster shirt. My mama gave me this. So look, I don't wear it. It's strictly a show prop. But stuff like this, people buy it. Like Mission of Tradition. It's a good quality shirt too. I'm just saying, don't miss out. Like Rattler Boosters, we definitely got some room to grow, And I like that shirt. I ain't gonna lie. Like I just don't wear it because I don't want it to fade. I just let it sit up there and collect dust and just dust it off instead of wearing it. So, all right, y'all. Fang Exchange should be going in a minute. We're gonna talk about the results of FAMU basketball homecoming. Talk about that kicker that we offered. See if we land them. Look, if y'all need some up-to-date results, that man right here, another humble brag. Ice cold Gerald Thomas III. Go check him out. Everything he produced with Tallahassee Democrat. Look, as you heard Selvin mention, look, stay in the FAMU, Wednesday, 12 o'clock. You got the Eddie Jackson 220 Club. 8 o'clock Wednesday, ONG Strike Zone. Thursday, 8 o'clock, HBCU Digital Network. Fangs up. 9 o'clock. You know what it is. Come on, they about to start in a minute. They about to start real quick. Fang Exchange. Still Thanksgiving. And then Sunday, back HBCU Digital. And in between, and every day, you got Gerald. Y'all already know, man. Look, we won't play with y'all. We keep it going because we love FAMU. Because y'all already know what's up and what's always gonna be. Thanks up.
Yeah, baby, you know what time it is. Now let's get it started.
Are you kidding me? Unreal!
While our HBCUs are mostly known for academic rigor, community, they also know how to turn up.
Does he have it?